AS 25. AS 25. Interim financial reporting. Once again, very simple. From exam point of view, I think 3 points are important. From practical questions point of view, theory question, so all points are important. Means MCQ question. Interim financial reporting. What is the meaning of interim financial reporting? Whenever we prepare financial statement for less than 12 months, it become interim financial statement. I think you might be knowing about quarterly financial statement, half yearly. So whether as per Companies Act, because you have done Companies Act, whether we need to prepare quarterly or half yearly financial statement. Huh? Which company? Listed company. You have SEBI in your syllabus. You have SEBI, Securities Exchange, SEBI Act. You don't have SEBI Act. Na SEBI guidelines you don't have na. Chalo, theek hai. No, I don't think so. Companies Act has not said anything. Companies Act has said only about annual financial statement. Companies Act is silent about what interim financial statement. You might be knowing about SEBI. I don't know, your Companies Act teacher might have discussed about SEBI because that is also relevant. Sometime they may discuss. So as per SEBI guidelines, listed company need to prepare interim financial result. And right now we are discussing interim financial report. Interim financial result and interim financial report are totally different. Totally different. Are you getting what I am saying? Are bol de? It means right now we are discussing about what interim financial report. Right now we are discussing about interim financial report. Are you able to understand what I am saying? We are not discussing about interim financial result. Interim financial result is mandatory as per SEBI requirement. So interim financial report is not mandatory, but any entity can voluntarily prepare interim financial report. Now, if they are preparing voluntary, or sometime what happen as per the requirement of bank. Suppose you have taken a loan of 500 crore or whatever. Now banks require quarterly statement. Why bank require quarterly statement? To find out your liquidity position, profitability position. Suppose your profit is going down, so they will be what? Take precaution na for that. So they will not wait for 12 months, because in 3 months you may become what? A loss making company. COVID-19 happened, so in 3 months many company become loss making company. Are you getting what I am saying? Many entity also discontinued also. So bank will not wait for 12 months. Bank will give us what? Quarterly report. So in that case you are presenting your quarterly information or half yearly information or less than 12 months whatever to some party. So that should also comply the requirement of accounting standard. So what AS 25 says, that if you are preparing interim financial report, it should be as per the requirement of AS 25. It should be prepared as per the requirement of AS 25. Means AS 25 does not make it mandatory for entity to prepare what? Interim financial report. But if you are preparing, whether voluntary or mandatory, whatever, you need to prepare as per the requirement of AS 25. Understood this point? Correct. So statement does not mandate. This is the first point. Start with this. Statement does not mandate which entity should be required to prepare interim financial report. If an entity is required or elect, either required mandatory or elect, required by some regulation, means banking regulation, whatever, or elect means voluntary elect, to prepare and present an interim financial report, it should comply with this accounting standard. So what is the meaning of interim financial report? Interim financial report is a financial report for an interim period. Interim period means less than 12 months. Interim period is a financial reporting period less than full financial year. Now India full financial year means what? 12 months. So whenever you are preparing any financial report for an interim period, it becomes interim financial report. But one clarification has been given. Suppose this is the first financial statement after incorporation, which can be less than what? 12 months. So that is annual financial statement only. So one clarification has been given that if you are preparing first financial statement for less than 12 months, so that is annual financial statement only. The annual financial statement and interim financial statement are two different statements. Abhi tak whatever we have done, that was based on annual financial statement. In this chapter we will be discussing about interim financial statement. So note, first annual financial report may be for less than what? 12 months. Got this point? Now what AS 25 says that the interim financial report can be of two types. Either you can provide a complete set of financial statement or a condensed set of financial statement. Either complete means complete, or condensed means condensed. Complete set of financial statement or condensed set of financial statement. It means, can I say, interim financial report is a financial report containing either complete set of financial statement or condensed set of financial statement for an interim period. Can you repeat with me? Interim financial report is a financial report containing either complete set of financial statement or condensed set of financial statement for an interim period. This becomes the definition of interim financial report. Now with this definition we have understood that option has been given, either complete or condensed financial statement. So when we say complete, means full balance sheet, full SOK means statement of changes in equity. Statement of changes in equity, but this is not in your syllabus. Statement of changes in equity, correct? This you delete also, correct? Understood? Then is statement of PL, statement of cash flow, and notes to account. This statement of changes in equity is actually applicable for those companies to which Ind AS is applicable. Any company to which AS is applicable, statement of changes in equity is not mandatory. Correct? So therefore we have not done statement of changes in equity in our financial statement chapter. We have done one chapter now, company's financial statement. Yes sir. So it is complete balance sheet, complete statement of PL, statement of cash flow, and entire notes to account. Condensed means what? Condensed balance sheet, condensed SOPL, condensed statement of cash flow, and some explanatory notes to account. Selected explanatory notes to account. Can I say in this it means minimum information is required. In this, full information is required. Now AS 25 has given an option for complete, but they do not encourage complete set of financial statement. Why? Because they are saying that already you are preparing annual financial statement on a complete basis. Now you don't have so much paper. Don't waste paper. Save trees. Save tiger. Yes or no? So if you save trees, save forest, save tiger. Correct now. Therefore don't waste money, don't waste time, don't waste paper, don't waste tiger. Prepare what? Condense. So they do not encourage complete set of financial statement. I hope you are understanding. And therefore they have given an option of condensed financial statement. So it means what will be the format and the content of interim financial report. This might be important for MCQs. Form and content. So either you are preparing what? Complete set of financial statement, or you are preparing what? Condensed set of financial statement. So if you are preparing complete set of financial statement, AS 25 do not encourage. But even though you are preparing, it should be prepared and presented in the same format, and as per the same content and requirement of annual financial statement. Means whatever format you are using for annual financial statement, whatever content you have given in that, it should be same to same. Means you can't change the format, you can't change the content. Understood? Correct. it should apply the same accounting policy in interim financial statement as are applied in the annual financial statement. Means we cannot apply different accounting policies also if you are preparing complete set of financial statement, correct? But coming to content. So statement in this statement should include only heading and subtotal included in the most recent annual financial statement. Means what we should do, for example, if you are preparing a condensed balance sheet, so what we can do, give equity means share capital, then non-current liability, then current liability total. There is no need to write down each subheading, only heading is required, then non-current asset and current asset. Understood? We can give in this way. This become condensed. Correct. Additional line items should be included. Sometimes additional line item is also required if the omission would make condensed financial statement misleading. So what they are saying, you need to provide additional line item is non-current asset, how much PP is there, means if their omission will make financial statement misleading, then that is also required. However, in this case, you need to present what? Basic and diluted earning per share on the face of what? Condensed SOPL balance sheet. Abhi we have done basic earning per share, diluted earning per share, we disclose on the face of balance sheet or SOPL? SOPL. Correct. It means you only say basic and diluted earning per share should be disclosed in annual financial statement. Interim financial statement complete, interim financial statement condensed. Financial statement means it will include SOPL. One second, you have not understood the question. Chalo, first I will ask simple question. With this point you have understood basic and diluted earning per share should be disclosed. So basic and diluted earning per share should be disclosed in complete set of financial statement or condensed set of financial statement. Both na? Both. Correct? Both. It should be disclosed in both. And annual financial statement always, it means all. My option was all of the above. Understood? Correct. So even though it is not mentioned, but here it is already given na, it should be in the same format, same content. So if you are disclosing EPS in annual financial statement, you should also disclose EPS where in complete set of financial statement. Understood? Correct. So this can be important for MCQs. Chalega? Yes, sir. Then point number 5, minimum information for selected explanatory notes for the condensed interim financial statement. This might be also important for MCQs. They will say, they will ask you whether these are required or not required in MCQs question. So we are doing this point. What are the minimum selected explanatory notes to account? Understood? So what AS 25 says that there are 10 points. These are 10 minimum points which require disclosure. If you want to disclose other point, disclose. But these are 10 minimum points. If you are disclosing this much, chalega. The first point is what? A statement that same accounting policy is followed. Means only disclose that you are following same accounting policy. Means if there is no changes in accounting policy, there is no need to disclose accounting policy. Just write down one statement, same accounting policy followed. If there is changes in accounting policy, nature and effects should be disclosed. So if there is a change in accounting policy, nature and effects should be disclosed. Correct. Understood. Then second point, seasonal and cyclic nature of business. Seasonal and cyclic nature of business. Means can I say business may be affected by seasons na. So one quarter more turnover, other quarter less turnover. For example, cold drinks, summer season, winter season, we don't drink. Correct na? So it is quite possible it is affected by seasons. So you will disclose that whether your business is affected by season, seasonal and cyclic nature of business. Third point, nature and amount of the item affecting asset, liability, equity, income, expense that are unusual. Unusual means exceptional. Means any item which are of exceptional nature require disclosure. Require disclosure. Correct. Nature and amount of changes in accounting estimate, you have done changes in accounting estimate, that is also required to be disclosed. Changes in the debt and equity through issue, buyback or repayment and repurchase. So if there is any changes in the debt or equity require separate disclosure. Details of dividend payment, if you have done any payment or dividend, that require disclosure in that interim period. Then segment revenue, segment capital employed means segment asset minus segment liability, and segment result for business segment or geographical segment, whichever is primary segment report, means only disclosure for primary, not secondary. Remember, correct? This might be important for MCQs. Means a good question can be created for this. These are the following segment information required in interim financial report. They will say segment revenue, segment capital employed, segment result. Correct? All of the above. Understood? Then material event after interim period that have not been reflected in interim financial statement, means they are saying about what? Non-adjusting event, means any entry at the end of interim period, after that any event occur before approval of such financial statement, it is either adjusted, then no disclosure. If non-adjusting, then disclosure. Then disclosure, na? Disclosure. Correct. Then effect of changes in the composition of entity due to amalgamation, etc. So if you have done amalgamation, your entire composition will change. So effect of such changes, effect of such composition in the entity, that need to be given. The effect of changes in the composition of the entity due to amalgamation, acquisition or disposal of subsidiary, restructuring and discontinuing operation need to be disclosed separately. Yaad kar lo. Then material changes in contingent liability since the last annual balance sheet date. So any changes in contingent liability which is material require separate disclosure. Can you memorize this? कैसे? First point is for accounting policy, then seasonal business, then then exceptional item, then changes in accounting estimate, then details of changes in equity and debt. Correct? 5.1. Then dividend payment, then segment information. 7 point. Then non-adjusting event, then changes in the composition of entity due to amalgamation, etc. Last point, contingent liability. You can just memorize the keywords. So memorization of keyword is important. You can't memorize one to one. So if you know the keywords, can I check you can write on an exam? So what are the keyword? Same accounting policy, exceptional item, changes in accounting estimate, changes in debt and equity, dividend payment, segment information, then non-adjusting event, then composition, changes in the composition of entity, then changes in contingent liability. These are the keywords. So memorize it by way of keyword. Chalega. Now, if this much you have understood, now let us come to the point from which question can be asked. Practical question can be asked. These are all relevant for theory questions. Now whether theoretical question they ask or they will not ask, that I also don't know. Up to this, any doubt? Same chapter, 90% same. Today only I have done in CA final class. Same chapter, 90%. Same thing I have done today. Means when you will come to CA final, same to same, only 10% extra. Means CA inter you pass, CA final to balle balle. Yes, because audit you have done, the extension of audit you will do. GT you have done, extension of GT you will do. IDT you have done, extension of IDT you will do. Costing, no costing. Law, no cost, no law. Correct na? FM, extension of FM will do. Account, extension of accounts will do. So easier na? CA final easier. Yes, Means if I always feel that if student is learning CA inter conceptually now, then CA final is very easy. But what happened? We don't learn CA inter conceptually. We don't read conceptually. We always learn from exam point of view. If you are only doing from exam point of view, then you can pass CA inter, but then you can't pass what? CA final. Because CA final is inclusive of what? CA inter. So when you will come to CA final, will any teacher teach you CA inter? No one. No one will teach you. Now come to point number 6. What is point number 6? Period for which interim financial statement are required to be presented. This can be also important for MCQs, or a separate question can be created. Now this has been divided in two parts. Let me explain. You also write down. We are doing point number 6. Period for which interim financial report is required to be presented. This has been divided in two parts. For non-seasonal business. For non-seasonal business. Suppose this is previous year and this is current year. And let us assume entity is preparing quarterly report. So in a year, how many report? Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Similarly for current year, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. And let us assume this is previous year, this is current year. And let us assume this is our interim period for which we are preparing interim financial report. Now we need to prepare balance sheet. Balance sheet. So what AS25 says that you need to prepare two balance sheet. One is as on quarter to end. One is as on quarter to end. And a comparative figure is also required. So comparison will be done with the previous year end. Previous year end. Not with the previous year quarter to end. With the previous year end. Because can I say balance sheet means what? Balance at a particular point of time. So that can be compared with the previous year balance. Previous year end balance. Then SOPL. Now we need to prepare 4 SOPL. How many SOPL? 4 SOPL. One is respective quarter and a comparative quarter also. Quarter to quarter to. And one we need to prepare year to end. Means year beginning to end. Year to end. Means this will include what? Quarter 1 plus quarter 2. Year to end. Understood? Correct. Then a statement of cash flow. Statement of cash flow. This much you have written. We will prepare 2 statement of cash flow. Year to end and year to end. Means for this respective quarter is not required. Year to end, year to end. Done. Understood? Simple. Now, this you have written. Let us come to seasonal. For seasonal business. Can you say for seasonal business difficult to compare because it is affected by seasons. Therefore, more statement will be required for a valid comparison. For a valid comparison. Let us understand what they want to say. Once again draw. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. The previous year, current year, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. For example, they may ask half yearly also. Then also your process remains same only, huh? But I know they will ask quarterly only. Therefore, I am explaining quarterly wise. ठीक है ना? Now they are saying for this you need to prepare 3 balance sheet. One is this is the, let us assume this is what our relevant quarter. So one to as on this date, one is as on this date. But can I say it is affected by business, so it is quite possible we are not able to compare these two balance. Correct now. Therefore, they are saying you need to prepare also what balance sheet as on quarter to previous year end. The 3 balance sheet. Understood? Then SOPL. We need to prepare 6 SOPL. They will not ask you to prepare, don't worry. Only they will ask you from which date to which date. Correct. 6 SOPL. So one is to quarter two, and one is what? Year to end. We call it year to end. And one is 12-month ending. 12-month ending. 12-month ending. Understood this point? 12-month ending means in this previous year quarter will be also included. Then only we can compare. Can I say seasonal business might be affected by seasons? So we require 12-month period for valid comparison. And therefore they are saying prepare 12-month ending SOPL also. Got this point? Then statement of cash flow. So here 2 statement of cash flow. One is year to end. And the last one is what? 12-month ending and 12-month ending. So year to end and 12-month ending. 12-month ending. Got this point? Have you understood? Have you understood? Now, I have given you as per quarter 2 because from my point of view they will ask quarter 2 in exam. But they may ask for quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, any quarter. So suppose they are asking quarter 1. So again this will be 3 months. Then this will be also 3 months. This will be also 3 months. So these two are same only na. Therefore this is not required. Year to end will be 3 months only na. For quarter 1, year to end is what? For that quarter only. If it is quarter 2, then this is 3 months. This is 6 months. This is 6 months. So we write down 6 month ending, 6 month ending in exam. How to write down I will explain you. Quarter 3, this will be 3 months. This will be 9 months. This will be 9 months. Quarter 4, this will be 3 months. This is 12 months. And this is 12 months. Write down now. I am not writing balance sheet because balance sheet to at that particular point hai. That is easy to understand. Done. Then coming to business, बताओ. Here quarter one. This will be 3 month. This will be 3 month. This will be 12 month only. So this and this will be same. This will be 3 month and this will be 12 month. Quarter two, 3 month, 6 month, 12 month. This will be 6 month. This is 12 month. Quarter three, this is 3 month, 9 month. This is 12 month. This is 9 month, 12 month. Quarter four, 3 month, 12 month, 12 month. So again, this 12 month, 12 month will be same only. So not required. One will be not required now. This will be also 12 month. This will be also 12 month. So this will be same. One will not be required. Got this point? So one, I think a good question, MCQ question can be created from this. A good MCQ question can be created. Now how to write in exam? It is given this way. So can you read by row? So balance sheet as at. So they will give you the interim period end. So as on this end and a comparative figure. Then 6 month ending, 3 month ending, 6 month ending, six. Correct. Now you can read this. So how to write in exam? You write down in this way. If suppose the theory questions come. Correct. Have you understood this point? बोला रे चलेगा? Yes sir. Now come to the next point. Point number 7. Recognition and measurement of tax. Recognition and measurement of tax. Now can you, we need to also recognize tax expense of each period. So how to calculate tax expense of each period, that we need to understand. For interim financial report. So what they want to say, first we need to calculate effective tax rate. Calculation of estimated weighted average tax rate means effective tax rate. For the current interim period. So what should be the effective tax rate? For that we need to estimate the total accounting income. Accounting income is what? As per books. You remember AS 22. So we need to first find out total accounting income. We need to estimate for the entire financial year, for the current financial year, means for the relevant financial year. That will be given the question, nothing to worry. Then we need to find out estimated total tax expense for that year. So we can calculate tax expense. Tax expense is current tax plus minus deferred tax. So where tax expense is current tax plus minus deferred tax. Means when you divide tax expense divided by accounting income, that become what? Effective tax rate. Now that effective tax rate will be applied to the accounting income of that particular period. So effective tax rate or average tax rate will be applied to the accounting income of that particular interim period. That will become the tax expense of that particular period. It can be quarter one, it can be quarter two. Interim period means what? Respective quarter or half year. It can be half year also. Interim period means whatever period you are preparing financial statement. Let me take one question. With this you will not be able to understand. Let me take some questions. Can we take some questions? AS 25. Come to question number 3. Question number 3. The accounting year of X Limited end on 30th September 2001. इसको बाद में करें. Let me do this question after some time. Come to question number 30. ABC Limited present interim financial report quarterly. On 1st April 2001, ABC Limited has carried forward losses of 600 lakh for income tax purpose, for which DTA has not been recognized. What do you mean by for which DTA has not been recognized? They have said on 1/4/2001, ABC Limited has carried forward loss. Carry forward means in this year it has been carried forward from which year? Previous year. For which DTA was not recognized means last year for which DTA was not recognized. Why? Because no, you have forgotten AS22. Okay, DTA will be recognized only subject to some conditions. So it might happen there is no virtual certainty about a future taxable profit in last year, and because of that reason DTA was not recognized last year. Understood? Okay. This is very important point. For which DTA has not been recognized. ABC Limited earned 900 lakh in each quarter ending. Okay, excluding the carry forward losses. Income tax rate is expected to be 40%. Calculate the amount of tax expense to be reported in each quarter. Now my question, before I do first this question, my question is that if the last year DTA was not recognized, in this current year we'll use that tax losses. Last year DTA was not recognized. Now in this year we'll set off the tax losses with the taxable income. So in this year we are getting tax benefit. So how much DTA will be reversed? How much DTA will be reversed? Very good. In the last year DTA was not created. The question of reversal will not arise. Means can I say even though there was a DTA which was not recognized, will not reverse in current year? Will not reverse in current year. Now let us come to this question. Question number 13 we are doing. Can I say first we'll calculate effective tax rate. Calculation of what? Effective tax rate. Correct. What is the accounting income given? Of entire year. 900 into 4, that is 3600. Can I say from this will deduct less what? Tax losses which is brought forward from previous year. How much? 600 lakh. So this become taxable income. How much? 3000. On this we will calculate current tax at what rate? 40%. Means 1200. Deferred tax will be how much? Okay, there is no temporary difference given in the question. Sorry, there is no timing difference given in the question. But can a DTA should be reversed? But in this question, DTA will not be reversed. Why? Just write down. No reversal of DTA as it was not recognized in previous year. Therefore, what is your tax expense? Tax expense is 1200. So, what is the effective tax rate? Is equal to tax expense divided by accounting income. Very good. Estimated accounting income into 100, that is equal to 1200. 3600 into 100 is equal to 33.33%. This you have understood? Have you understood? Right. Now we need to calculate calculation of tax expense of each quarter. So quarter 1, it is 900 na? 900 into what? 33.33%. How much? 300. Quarter 2 also what? 300. Quarter 3 also what? 300. Quarter 4 also what? Total should be equal to what? 1200. Understood? Simple. Correct? चलेगा? Simple ना? Question 14. This is also a good question which may be asked in exam. Lal Limited provide you the following information for financial year 1920. Estimated income for the year is 31st for the year ended 31st March 2020. Gross annual income inclusive of capital gain 16,50,000. Capital gain of 4 lakh. Quarter 1 3 lakh 50. Quarter 2 4 lakh. Quarter 3 including estimated capital gain 4 lakh 6 lakh. So out of 6 lakh how much capital gain and how much other income? 2 lakh. Quarter 4 3 lakh. Total you can cross check, it should be equal to this. Correct? Then they have a tax rate on capital gain 12%. On other income first 2,50,000 balance. Understood? Slab rate has been given. This slab rate. Calculated tax expense for each quarter, assuming that there is no difference between estimated taxable income and estimated accounting income. Means there is no timing difference. There is no timing difference. So there is no deferred tax. There is no deferred tax. Correct. Can we do? So question number 40. We are doing first calculation of what? Effective tax rate. Can you give me what is the total accounting income? ₹16 lakh. From this will deduct what? Capital gain, because that is taxable at different rate. Capital gain how much? 4 lakh. So how much other income? Means what is the taxable income right now? Better. Other income. Taxable income. How much? 12,50,000. So now we'll do calculation of what? Current tax. First on other income. Other income. It will be what? First 2,50,000 how much? And then balance 10 lakh how much? 30% is equal to how much? How much? 3,50,000. Then on capital gain how much? It is 4 lakh into 12% is equal to 48,000. Total become, this is current tax 3,98,000. In this deferred tax is 0. But for your understanding I am writing current tax plus deferred tax. Deferred tax is how much? We suppose in your exam some timing difference has been given, so on that you need to calculate as a DT expense or DT income. But normally I have seen in this type of question they are not asking deferred tax. I don't know why. They should ask, because now you have AS22, AS25, so they have not yet asked. And for the first time, once again I am teaching this chapter in CA Intel, so I don't know the level of question. But don't worry, these are all ICAI study material questions. They will not go beyond this in initial exam. Okay. So it is 3 lakh. So at this point of time I don't want to trouble you much, because I can create many questions now. This become tax expense. Only what I want to explain, so the effective tax rate will be what? Okay, effective tax rate you are supposed to calculate for other income with total income. Because can I say capital gain occur in a particular period, and on capital gain so we have 12%. So it means effective tax rate you need to calculate for other income only. Are you getting? So this is a new point. The effective tax rate will be, can I say current tax how much? 3,50,000 plus deferred tax is nil, plus deferred tax to nil na, divided by what? Can you give me accounting income other than what? Capital gain. 12 lakh 50,000 into 100 how much? How much? 28%. Understood this point? Means intensely I have written deferred tax. Suppose in your exam they have given deferred tax, so you should add that also. Now we can calculate what? Calculation of tax expense of each quarter. Quarter 1 how much? 3,50,000 into 28% is equal to 98,000. Quarter 2 how much? 4 lakh into 28% is equal to 1,12,000. Quarter 3, other income is how much? So 2 lakh into 28% plus 4 lakh into 12% is equal to 1 lakh 4,000. The last quarter 4 how much? 3 lakh into 28% is equal to 84. Total can you give me? Should be equal to 3 lakh 98 only. Simple now. The two good questions from exam point of view I have taken. Means if they will go this level only. Correct? They will not go beyond this in exam. I think this also you have understood. One more question for practice. To comply with the listing requirement and other statutory obligation, this you do by your own. Quaker Limited prepare interim financial report at the end of each quarter. The company has a brought forward losses of 700 lakh under income tax law, of which 90% is eligible for set off as per the recent verdict of court. Means out of which how much can be set off? Only 90%. That has attained finality. No DTA has been recognized on such losses in view of uncertainty over his eligibility for set off. Means last year DTA was not recognized, the question of reversal will not arise. The company has reported quarterly earning of 700 lakh and 300 lakh respectively for the first two quarters of financial year 13-14 and anticipated net earning of 800 lakh in the coming half year ended. Means 2 quarters, of which 100 lakh will be the loss of third quarter. Means fourth quarter how much profit? 900. Means last 2 quarters they have said net profit is how much? 800. Out of that third quarter what is the loss? 100. The fourth quarter profit is how much? 900. Understood? The tax rate for the company is 30% with a surcharge of 10%. Means 33% in total. 30 plus 10%. So 33%. You are required to calculate the amount of tax expense to be reported for each quarter. Can you do it by your own? Means we have done similar question. Can you do it fast? Then done. All are done. Can you help me? We are doing question number 15. Can you give me accounting income? How much? 1800. How it came? First quarter how much? Second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Now, minus what? Tax losses, that is 90% of 700, that is 630. What is taxable income? How much? 1170. So what is the current tax at 33%? How much? 386.10. Deferred tax nil. So what is the tax expense? 386.10. What is effective tax rate? ETR. 386.10 divided by 1800 into 100 is equal to 21.45. Now you can apply this on this 700, 300 minus 100 that you have done. So Q1 how much? 700 into 21.45%. How much? 150.15. Quarter 2, 300 into 21.45%, 64.35. Quarter 3 it is negative 100 into 21.45%. How much? Negative 21.45. Last 900 into 21.45. How much? 193.05. Total 386.10. Everyone got the answer? Same question today I have done in CA final. There I have done, they have not done. There I don't give. I have more faith to on what CA interested. There I have done, I have not asked them to do. Same to same question. This question only. I'll show you their question bank. So it means you can understand anything, whatever is the level of the question. Okay. Now there are two more questions given, small question in ICAI study material. Let us read that also. Come to this question, question 7. An entity report quarterly estimate an annual income of 10 lakh. Assume tax rate first 5 lakh 30%, balance 40%. The estimated quarterly income are these. Means this is total 10 lakh. So same thing you can do now. Annual income how much? 10 lakh. We can calculate tax expense. First 5 lakh 30%, balance 5 lakh 40%, total 3 lakh 50,000. So 3 lakh 50,000 divided by 10 lakh how much? 35%. 35% they have applied on this. Low. You can do it. In this also there was no deferred tax. They are not asking deferred tax. But if suppose they have given timing difference, so calculate deferred tax, then find out total tax expense. I know they will not ask, but you don't know. You want me to create that type of question? So, how much I will teach? One more question. This question is for us different, but apply your common sense. Huh? Question number 3. The accounting year end on 30th September 2001 and it make its report quarterly. However, for the tax purpose, year end is 31st March. Whether in India, accounting year end and tax year end can be different? No. Because as per Companies Act, 31st March. As per Income Tax Act, also we need to report 31st March only. So I don't know they have taken question from which country. India is not possible now. And AS is applicable where? In India. It is quite possible that partnership firm etc. is preparing, because for them there is no Companies Act, there is no act for accounting. But they also normally they will follow what accounting practice as per Income Tax Act. Why they will take 30th September? मजा थोड़ा ना आ रहा है. Correct. But we need to answer from exam point of view. For the accounting year end 1/10/2000 to 30th September, the quarterly income is as under. So they have given quarterly income. You can see first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Average actual tax rate for the financial year 31st March 2001 is 20%, and for the financial year end 31st March 2002 is 30%. Calculate tax expense. Have you understood what they want to say? Huh? Have you understood? Not understood. This is what they want to say. Key. This is accounting book which will start and on 30th September 2001 na? 30th September 2001. This beginning will be what? 1st October 2000. The first quarter will be 31st December 2000. Then 31st March 2001. Then 30th June 2001. You can see as per income tax there are two financial years. One is this financial year, one is this financial year. Means can I say we calculate effective tax rate as per income tax or as per accounting book? As per Income Tax Act. Means for this financial year and for that financial year there will be two different effective tax rate. Now they have given effective tax rate how much? For the first 20 and the next. So for this it is 20%. For this it is 20, 30%. Now what is the accounting income given quarter wise? 200. So which rate will be applicable? First this is 20%, this is 20%, this is 30%. Means even though I will not discuss, you will answer this only in exam. You will answer something different, right? Means in exam to read question, if you have forgotten, apply common sense. Correct. And expected, this question is expected, write down. Or it might be expected for MCQs to pakka. important, correct, and they have done that only, check karo, simple na, this also done. So this point tax also you have understood, the last point of this chapter. Come to the last point of this chapter. Last point, recognition of revenue and expense. This is also important, from which question can be asked. What is this topic? Try to understand. See, there are some revenue which are of seasonal nature, or there are some revenue which are of occasional nature, which occur occasionally. For example, dividend income. Dividend income will be received only once in a year, and that can be in any quarter. So for the entire year you receive in quarter 2. The question is that can you spread over in entire 12 months, means all the 4 quarters? Can we defer it or can we anticipate it? For example, sales of one quarter may be high as compared to other quarters. So can we distribute it on evenly basis to prepare interim financial report? Are you able to understand the query? Correct. Suppose you generated some commission income only in quarter 3. So can we spread in all the quarter? This is the one question. For expense, there are some expense which are of uneven nature. For example, advertisement expense, it might happen entire advertisement for the entire year we have done in quarter 1. But with that advertisement we are generating sales throughout the year. So can we defer it or can we anticipate it? This is the question. Are you able to understand? So there is a simple rule. What they want to say: the revenue that are received seasonally or occasionally within a financial year should not be anticipated or deferred. Should not be anticipated or deferred if anticipation and defer would not be appropriate at the end of financial year. Means if you cannot anticipate means recognize on an early basis. If you cannot anticipate or defer means postpone, you cannot anticipate or defer at the end of financial year, so you cannot anticipate or defer for that particular interim period also. Best example I will give you. For example, you have received government grant in quarter 2. Can you defer? Can we defer at the end of financial year? Yes, as per AS 12, we can treat government grant as a deferred income. We can defer it now. Therefore, any government grant which you are receiving in one quarter can be deferred. It can be treated as deferred income. But dividend income, can you anticipate? Can you defer it at the end of financial year? No. Dividend income we can't defer, we can't anticipate. Therefore, you can't defer, anticipate for a particular interim period also. Are you able to understand? Correct. So, for example, dividend income, royalty income, uneven sales cannot be anticipated, deferred. For example, government grant received can be deferred if it is treated as deferred income as per AS 12. Similarly, for expense also they have given same thing. Any expense that are incurred unevenly during the financial year should be anticipated or deferred if and only if it is appropriate to anticipate or deferred that type of cost at the end of financial year. For example, whatever provision we created, so provision we are anticipating. So can I say every quarter we can create provision, we can anticipate it, because at the end we are anticipating provision, correct? But can you defer advertisement expenses? As per AS 26 we cannot defer, so we cannot defer that type of expenditure for a particular interim period also. So advertisement expenses, commission expenses, bad debt should not be anticipated or deferred. However, provision for gratuity, this provision for gratuity will do where? Will do in AS 15, coming soon. AS 15. But we have done one deferred loss or deferred income in AS 19. AS 19 is sale and leaseback transaction. sale and leaseback transaction, operating lease, finance lease. So there was a concept of deferred loss. Forgotten. Forgotten ना? इसलिए revision is very important. What? देखो you don't follow, but I know what will be the impact after 3 months. AS need to revise on a daily basis. Ever देखो this you read now, it will not take more than 10 minutes. Correct now? Why? Already I have given the Google Drive link also of this. You can download and you can keep in your mobile. Whenever reading, just 5 minutes, just see the content. Revision does not mean you need to do practice all the questions. You have some misconception about revision. अभी तो AS 19 how many days? 10 days before we have done. I think 10 days before, and that everything is deleted. Now after 2 months you will revise. You will read sale and leaseback transactions. What is this? You will not read only. The syllabus is so vast. So what I just want to say, just whenever you have time, 5 minutes before sleep, make one promise to yourself that one AS you revise. It will take not more than 10 minutes. It will not take more than 10 minutes. But you will not do. Even though I will say. However, after this all thing, I am planning to revise all AS to you. I will only revise on behalf of you, either face to face or live. Correct, because your timing will not match with my timing. Now you have all this class on this now. It is quite possible when I am available, you are not available in this class. So in the night, I will only revise on behalf of you. You need to come live only. I'll give you a time. Every day, one AS will revise. One accounting standard. 20 minutes I will come live. Revision हो जाता. Correct ना? Understood? So, but even though if I am not coming, you should revise or not. Correct? So take one promise that not only this, suppose income tax. In one chapter there are various topics. There are various provisions. So make a promise that 5 sections you revise every day. If you read 5 sections now, everything will come in your mind. Abhi Companies Act has been done. Have you written all the points? No. Whatever has been done in chapter number 1, that to deleted. It might happen thoda yaad hai. So there are 6 subjects now. Yes or no? So after 3 months, pura amalgamation hota. All chapters are mixed. And then if you are not up to the mark, then internal reconstruction. Then require internal reconstruction. इसलिए थोड़ा revise करो. Revision is must. Correct? So all classes are required. But if you don't do revision, then all classes waste. In the first classes I said revision is more mandatory than class. I said even though you don't come in class, see backup class, see recorded class, but revision is must. Revision is must. चलो ठीक है. Deferred loss in case of sale and leaseback transaction. So in that case, deferred loss can be deferred. So it can be also deferred during the interim period also. चलेगा? Yes sir. Now one more note has been given. Any cost, yeah, any expenses which does not meet the definition at the end of interim period. Any cost that does not meet the definition of asset at the end of interim period should not be deferred. Should not be deferred means what? Should not be deferred means what? Should not be deferred means if it is deferred means it is coming in the balance sheet. So should not be deferred means it should be charged to profit and loss account. It means should be charged to PL account. So of course can I say any expenses or any cost which does not meet the definition of asset should be charged to PL only, because it cannot be deferred. It cannot be deferred means it cannot be capitalized. It cannot be capitalized. I'll just give you one example. You have done development expenditure where? Research and development expenditure in AS. AS26 intangible asset. Correct. Suppose this is the first quarter. You have done development expenditure of 20 lakh. Now as per AS26, development expenditure can be recognized only when 6 conditions are satisfied. And suppose we are going to meet that 6 condition यहाँ पर. 6 condition will be satisfied in the third quarter. Correct. Means during the year that 6 condition will be satisfied. Now the question is that can we defer it? Means can we capitalize? Question, have you understood? Development expenditure will be recognized as an intangible asset when 6 condition is satisfied. So first quarter how much expenditure incurred? 20 lakh. Now management is expecting that in the third quarter all the 6 conditions will be satisfied. So can we defer it? Means can we capitalize? Defer means it will come in the balance sheet, na? So can we capitalize? No, it will be charged to, because it does not meet the definition of asset. It does not meet the recognition criteria. Charge it to PL. Means AS26 also say that expenditure will be capitalized from this date only. From this date. Understood? So that is only given. Correct? The example, development expenditure which does not meet the recognition criteria. Understood? We'll take some question, but let me complete. Changes in accounting policy. Now changes in accounting policy, normally we give retrospective effect. However, AS5 is silent regarding this. AS5 has only given the disclosure requirement. AS5 has not given the accounting requirement. So this is the limitation of AS5. But the difference between changes in accounting policy and changes in accounting estimate, I don't know whether I have informed you or not. If changes in accounting estimate, we give prospective accounting. Prospective means from the date of change. And changes in accounting policy, we give what? Retrospective accounting, means from the beginning. Understood? Means, just try to understand. Suppose this is 1 quarter, this is 1 quarter, this is 1 quarter, this is 1 quarter. Suppose quarter 3, there is one changes in accounting policy. Means suppose inventory valuation has been changed from FIFO to weighted average price method. Correct? So can I say we need to change this method from the beginning? So due to this what happened? 10,000 effect will come यहाँ पर, 12,000 effect यहाँ पर, and 15,000 effect यहाँ पर. Means increase. Your income will increase by this due to changes in accounting policy. Means either it will increase your opening, increase your closing stock, or it will decrease your closing stock due to variation. So because that is an income will be affected, either increase in income or decrease in income. So I am taken assumption that it will result in increase in effect. This is the effect in your SOPL. What is the total effect? Total effect is what? 37,000. Now the question is that if the changes happened in third quarter, so how much effect will be given third quarter? Whether 37,000 or only 15,000? Understood this point? Question. One second, I repeat. See, there is a changes in accounting policy in third quarter, and due to this, first quarter profit will increase by how much? 10,000. Second quarter profit will increase by how much? And third quarter profit will increase by how much? Total effect is what? So in the third quarter, whether we should increase our profit by 15,000 or 37,000? 15,000. 100% correct. You have applied your common sense. Correct. But suppose this is a question of what? Changes in now accounting estimate. Now suppose SLM has been changed to reducing balance method. This is accounting estimate or accounting policy? Accounting estimate. Now the same thing. 10,000, 12,000, 15,000. Same, huh? And it is what? 37,000. Now you say in the third quarter changes has been done. So in third quarter the effect will be 15,000 or 37,000. Now you say 37,000. Because prospective will not do retrospective account. Prospective means entire effect will be given in the period in which such changes was made. This is very important. I hope you have understood the effect you have understood. But if you write now, you will not forget. You are not writing. This example is not given in the summary book now. So in changes in accounting estimate, this effect will be given in the third quarter. Now if you have understood this, now we can take all the questions and this chapter is completed. Understood? This may be also important for MCQs. Can we proceed? Done? Right? Done? Chalo. Now let us read what is given. Changes in accounting policy. The effect of changes in accounting policy related to current interim period should be recognized in the PL of current interim period. Understood? The effect of current interim period should be recognized in the PL of current interim period. A change in accounting policy should be reflected by restating the financial statement of prior interim period of current financial year. Means this should be given as an adjustment to comparative figure. Of course, this also has changed now. So when we provide comparative figure, in that it should be restated. Detailed discussion in CA finally. So right now, so you will not be able to understand. But this first para, I hope you understood. This is important from exam point of view. Changes in accounting estimate, the entire effect in changes in the entire effect of changes in accounting estimate should be recognized in the PL of interim period in which changes is made. Understood? Correct. Now let us take some questions. You will be able to understand what they want to ask. Come to question number 2. Sincere Corporation is dealing in seasonal product. Sales pattern of the product quarter wise is as follows. First quarter 10%, second quarter 10%, third quarter 60%, fourth quarter 20%. Information regarding first quarter ended 30th June is given. Sales itna, salary and other expense itna, advertisement expense 4 crore, admin and selling expense this much. While preparing interim financial report for the first quarter, Sincere Corporation want to defer 10 crore expenditure to third quarter on the argument that third quarter is having more sales, therefore third quarter should be debited by more expenditure. Considering the seasonal nature of business and expenditure uniform throughout all quarter, calculate the result of the first quarter as per AS 25. Also give comment on company's view. Can we defer? It means, can I say your profit should be this minus this and we cannot defer? So can I say even though expenses are of seasonal nature, we cannot anticipate or defer it. If the anticipation or defer it cannot be done at the end of financial year. That para is very important. Okay. You can see they have calculated that only simply and then they have given reason. Super easy. Can we proceed? I am not writing. This you can understand from the solution given. This question number 4 is important. Normally they ask this type of question. Accountant of Purnima Limited showed a net profit of 7,20,000 in which quarter? Third quarter. After incorporating the following, this is already adjusted. Point number 8. Bad debt of 40,000 incurred during the quarter. This third quarter. 50% of bad debt have been deferred to next quarter. Can they do? No. We cannot do. Means 7,20,000. We need to correct it. So minus what? Minus 20,000 will do. Because 20,000 has been deferred. We can't defer it. Minus 20,000. Understood is fine. Extraordinary loss of 35,000 incurred during the quarter has been fully recognized in this quarter. Can we recognize fully in this quarter? Extraordinary loss which is incurred in this quarter, they have recognized in this quarter only. Can we recognize? Yes. The loss happened in this quarter. Yes, so no adjustment required for this. Additional depreciation of 45,000 resulting from changes in the method of charge of depreciation. Assuming that 45,000 is charged of third quarter, means they have given entire effect of 45,000 in third quarter only. This is changes in accounting estimate. Correct only. Entire effect will be given in third quarter only. It means only one adjustment, and your answer will be 7 lakh. Asset and the correct quarterly income. Check करेंगे 7 lakh. But you need to write down what? That para expenses can be deferred or anticipated if and only if you write down that para, then you will be given mark. That only information has been given. You can read. Chalega? This similar question. A similar question we have done right now. Says अभी किया ना? That similar question. You can do it. On 30th June 2001, Asmita Limited incurred 2 lakh net loss from disposal of a business segment. Also on 31st July 2001, the company paid 60,000 for property tax assessed for the calendar year 2001. How the above transactions should be included in the determination of net income of Asmita Limited for the 6-month interim period ended 30th September 2001. Both will be included. Correct na? Both will be included. I think no discussion required. Achha, sorry. This is property tax na? Sorry. Company paid 6,000 for the property tax. So property tax is what? This will to 2 lakh will be totally recognized because it cannot be deferred, it cannot be anticipated. Correct? But this 60,000 is property tax, and property tax normally we pay on monthly basis. Monthly basis na? Monthly basis na? So if it is monthly basis, so only 6 months will be recognized and balance will be prepaid. Balance will be considered as what? Prepaid. Correct na? Normally if you are paying property tax for the next financial year this year, so that become what? Prepaid na? It means it can be deferred or anticipated at the end of financial year, therefore it can be deferred. It can be deferred. Correct? So what is given? Since 60,000 is property tax payment related to entire calendar year, 30,000 will be reported as an expense of 6 months and balance will be treated as prepaid only. That we read. This will be total will be charged to what? This quarter. Correct? Understood? Sure. Read the answer by row. One more question. Question number 8. Antara Bharti Limited reported a profit before tax of 4 lakh for the third quarter. On inquiry, you observe the following. Give the treatment. So, how much profit? 4 lakh. Dividend income of 4 lakh received during the quarter has been recognized to the extent of 1 lakh only. Can we defer or anticipate? No. It means we need to recognize what? 3 lakh more. Because they have recognized only 1 lakh, we cannot defer, we cannot anticipate to entire dividend income will be recorded in this year, this quarter, sorry. Yes. 80% of sales promotion expense, 15 lakh, incurred in third quarter has been deferred to the fourth quarter. Can be deferred? No, it will be recognized this quarter only. So minus 80% how much? 12 lakh. minus 12 lakh will do. Are you able to understand? Then in the third quarter, the company changed depreciation method from WDB to SLM, which resulted in excess depreciation of 12 lakh. The entire amount has been debited in third quarter only, though the share of third quarter is only 3 lakh. Whether we need to record only 3 lakh. Dangerous but in exam. Huh? This point is dangerous because you will think only third quarter 3 lakh. But entire effect will be given in the year in the period of change. No adjustment. Rupees 2 lakh extraordinary gain received in third quarter was allocated equally to third and fourth. Can we do? No. It means we need to again add what? 1 lakh. Cumulative loss resulting from changes in method of inventory valuation was recognized in third quarter 3 lakh. Out of this 1 lakh relate to previous quarter. Means they have recognized the entire loss, but out of this entire loss 1 lakh relate to what? Previous loss. So we'll add back what? We'll add back 1 lakh. Understood? Sale of investment in the first quarter resulted in a gain of 20 lakh. When it happened? First quarter. The company had apportioned this equally to fourth quarter. Can we do that? Because it cannot be deferred, it cannot be anticipated. Correct? So it means we need to minus how much? 5 lakh. Understood? 20 divided by 4. What is the answer? Negative 8 lakh. How much it is coming? Negative 8 lakh. Understood? Chalega. Balance question can you do by room? Balance question just read by room. This chapter is completed from my point of view. Today we have completed two small chapters, AS24 and AS25. How many AS are left? AS21, 27, sorry, AS27, 23, 15 and AS18. 4 AS are left. 4 AS are left. Let's see. You are tired with the accounting, then we can start branch accounting. Or should we complete first accounting and then I should come to branch accounting? Branch accounting means it is chapter. Branch? Tired with accounting standard? Okay. So I will think and inform you. Okay. So today this much only. We'll meet again with a new chapter. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Enjoy your remaining day. Bye bye.